Hey there! In today's video, we are going to create our first deployment into the cloud, and we are going to do this into the Azure cloud. But first, let's understand why Azure cloud. If, as we can see, AWS is the leader of the market. Well, Azure gives us $200 as a credit. And not only that, if you reach this credit, our account gets blocked. So this gives us a peace of mind to study, which is our goal here. On the other hand, if you messed up on AWS, you are going to be charged for that. And I don't want you to fear the cloud. So I suggest you create your account on the free tier of Azure. So pause the video right now and create your account on the Azure. So after creating your account, you are going to come to the portal.azure.com and you can see a portal similar to that, not exactly like that, but similar. So you can type just like on this search bar right here for resource groups, and you can create one. It's extremely simple to that. We could do that with Terraform. However, this is the first class and we need to simplify what we are going to create, which is just a storage account. So let's create sandbox. I'm just going to create /2 here because I already have one here. You can select the region where you are. I'm going to put yes, East US. So review and create, validation passed, and you created. So as I said, I already have my sandbox. So let me just create my resource. So I'm just creating here and I forgot what I'm creating the storage account. And the name is resource. Okay, that's simple. But right here, I'm supposed to call the module, but I don't remembering the name of the module. So for that, we can search into the registry Terraform. So you can't forget ever the registry terraform.io. So here you can see everything that works into Terraform. AWS, Azure, Kubernetes, everything that is going to work. Even other providers, such as anything that you want. If you want, you can create a model and upload it to here, and others can use. However, let's go to the Azure here and let's open the documentation. And remember, we need a storage account. A storage account on Azure is like, it's exactly a bucket. So this seems the correct one. On the example of usage here, we can take a resource group and the storage account. So let's take the storage account and let's go back to our code here. And the first thing we need to change here is the name of it, because here we are taking the name of the module and we cannot change the name of the module, since this is how the code here is going to recognize the Terraform module on the Terraform registry. However, this is the name of how our code here is going to recognize this resource. So this is my storage, and let's give it everything hard coded here. For those who doesn't know what hard code is, is basically removing variables from here and giving directly the name of whatever we are passing to the parameters. And for those who doesn't know, parameters are those on the left side here. We are passing values to the parameters right here. So the value of the resource group of my storage is the sandbox. So what I'm saying here is my storage is going to be created in the resource group named sandbox. And the name of my storage account is going to be storage account name. However, if you don't know, the buckets and storage account has to have a unique name. And I'm pretty sure this name here is going to be a problem for me. So let me just create some pretty ugly name here. I cannot create this with dash because it's a storage account. I cannot create this with a capitalized name, and this is going to be just a little ugly, but that's what it is. So the location is going to be hard coded as well. It needs to be the same one as the resource group. However, the resource group it's not on the code, so it's easier for me to just put it hard coded here. The account tier is standard, and this one here, the account replication type is going to be all LRS, which is I think it's more cheapest. I'm going to remove these tags here. I don't need them. So this is basically the resource. So let's run the tf init here. Tf init on my computer is the same of Terraform init. If you want to learn how to configure your environment for that, I have a tutorial for that. I'm going to leave that on the description. So as I said on the previous video, you already learned that I downloaded the Terraform provider here. So let's do this. Let's go to the Terraform plan. What is the Terraform plan? Terraform plan is where you see what's the difference between what is in your computer and what is on the portal, where you're trying to put what you get on your machine into the platform. So let's create it. So we got an error here, and this error is not quite clear about the reason it appears. However, we had an obvious thing here, which is we did an init command, and we got a provider here, which is okay. However, we didn't put the provider on the code, which is a problem, because we don't know which provider we are supposed to use. So we need to specify which provider we need to use, and we need to take the provider from the Azure on the registry.terraform. So we take the provider, and we need to take exactly how the Terraform registry is teaching us to use it. So let me just take it and put it here. However, as we can see here, we're going to have another problem, which is now we can understand which is insufficient feature blocks, which is where am I supposed to put the feature blocks. As we can see, we could put something inside this provider, which is the features. And um, it can go empty. So just by putting these features empty, we kill our problem here. Just like that. It's going um, to do the plan. And I'll just pause here and come back with the plan. So here we have our planning, and the planning is pretty verbose, and we have a lot of things that is going to be implemented with the storage account. There's a lot of parameters here. We did put only 5 parameters because they are the required parameters, but there are a lot of optional parameters, as you can see, and there are a lot of things such as blob properties or network rules. There are some things that you can create after or manage after your storage account is created. So that's it. We have 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So now that I know everything that's going to run in my plan, I can run the Terraform apply. So the Terraform apply is basically gonna create another Terraform plan for me. And it's going to be shown asking me, are you sure you're going to create this plan into your platform? And I need to type yes here if I want to create everything that's on the plane on my platform. So the best thing you can do is read that again here and make sure this is your plan. So this sounds good to me. That's my plan, and I'm going to type yes, hit enter, and it's going to create my storage account into my resource group sandbox as I want it to. So while it's creating here, I need to show you something. Let's see how to log in your terminal into the portal, because the first time you're using the AZ CLI, you can get some errors because you're not logged in yet. So first thing, you need to install the AZ CLI, and I'm going to put it on the description, so don't worry about that. Basically, you need to do an AZ login, and basically it's going to ask an account for you, but you are already connected. So just click on that, and that's it. It's going to recognize that you are connected, and that's okay. It's going to paste that information here about your connection, and you can take here your subscription, I guess, from here. Yeah, this ID here is your subscription ID. So take it, copy, and do a Z account set S from subscription and type your subscription ID. With this, you're telling the VS Code, I'm using this subscription to put my resources into this subscription, and that's it. So you are set up to create resource into these subscriptions. As you can see, this is the one I'm using, so it's created. Let's see here on my resource group. if it was created. Okay, that's good enough for me. It was created. It's perfect. That's it, guys. We did our first deployment on Azure using Terraform. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, and share this with everyone. Many thanks, and I see you on the next video.